Welcome back to Wake Competition Center here just outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Chris Lehman with you on PackTV as we get set for another U19 matchup here in the NGHL North Carolina Showcase. It's the Piedmont Predators and the York Devils ready to get things going. The Devils still looking for their first win here in the Showcase. They'll be in all black, moving left to right here in period number one. We'll get things going quickly as the Piedmont Predators in all white moving right to left, looking to clear. Held in at the blue line by McClurg. She'll send it deep. Tipped on goal, they score! 16 seconds in, and it's the Devils on the board first. Smart play by McClurg just to throw it at the net, and a tip on the side makes it 1-0 Devils, and it is very early. But that's just what the Devils needed. As I mentioned, still looking for their first win of the tournament. Neither of these teams will be in the championship game tomorrow. We'll have coverage of that starting at about 9:15 tomorrow morning. It'll be the Nashville Junior Predators and the Carolina Junior Hurricanes premier team, a rematch from last night. But these two teams will duke it out here. Loose puck in the slot, sticked away. Good chance there for the Devils. Another one coming, they score! 31 seconds gone, and it's already 2-0 York, as they pick up another one on the side of the goal. And if you're Piedmont here, you've got to find a way, first of all, to control the puck off the draw. They've had some trouble with that. Each time York, while they haven't necessarily won the face-off, they've been able to force play down into the Piedmont end. And it looks like at least the strategy right now for York is get traffic in front and get the puck to the net. And it's given them a couple of a tip-in goal, I should say, and then a rebound goal only 15 seconds later. So we'll get going again at center ice. It'll be advanced once more by the Devils down the near wing, and we've got an offsides call. It'll come out into neutral ice for another face-off. We will have one more game to cover for you here this evening. This is the only action at Wake Competition Center now. They finished over on the black rink about an hour and a half or so ago. But we're slowly winding down this showcase. It has been a busy 3.5 to 4 days for all the teams here. Devils control off the draw once again. Swept up the boards and knocked right back. Stretch pass deflected through neutral ice, giving chase for the Devils. Is Allie Cole. She'll force it into the corner. Puck pinned along the wall, and it'll be a 2-on-2 scrum. Just a minute gone here in the first period. York, a pair of goals. A nice little tip in on the near post. 16 seconds in. 15 seconds later is a high shot knocked down by the glove and held onto. That's Rebecca DeVore in net who holds on to that rebound. And another face-off in the offensive end for York. Devils in possession off the draw once more. Down into the far corner. It'll be swept behind the net by the Piedmont defense and advanced up the near side. Chasing it down is Thomas. Thomas powering through the defense, looking to the middle. Loose puck in the slot, and she can't get a shot off. Cleared to the near side, or the far side, pardon me, by York. Flip back to the middle. At the red line, it'll be controlled by Rachel Megan. She'll sweep it in. Piedmont getting a quick change. Tracked down over along the far corner by Emily Wilson. She'll clear it out. At center ice, Evie Sticker sends it deep. She'll be the first one to it behind the net as well. Banks it off the boards, looking for a teammate in the corner, and Rachel Clark. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here as Clark's stick gets tied up in a Devil. And there's the whistle. This should be a 2-minute hooking call. And York already with a 2-goal lead, a chance to add to it on the 5-on-4 here. Drawing neutral ice, smack down and into the Piedmont end. The Piedmont bench was looking for an icing call, but it deflected off some sticks, so that'll be canceled out. Held in at the far point by Wilson. Sends it to the middle. That's disrupted and cleared out by Lauren Norley. And retreating for it is Kachish. She'll look up the far boards. That'll be dumped deep by Kaylee Dunn. Near corner, forecheck on for the Devils. Back to Kachish at the point. Slap back down low. There it's Berkeley Hibbert. Hibbert Back to the point for Kirchis again. Or Kochis, pardon me. Back down behind the net. Hibbard once more as they set up the power play. Hibbard gliding around. A lot of time and space. Here comes a wrist shot from the point. Glove down. Not a bad attempt there from Wilson. Hibbard back in control on the near wall. Looking to the middle. Swept along into the slot. Backhand from Dunn. Doesn't get to the net, but it'll be held in by Wilson at the point. Minute left on the power play for York. They'll walk it in. Dunn shot. Blockered away. 7 shots already here in the first 4 minutes and change for York. Pardon me, 8 as we add that last one. Piedmont will clear it all the way down the ice. Look to get the change with 40 seconds to go on the advantage. Kochis through the middle. Through some contact. She looked to dump it deep. It hit a skate. And they'll be stalled out at the blue line. Cleared into neutral ice. Tracked down by Cole. She'll drop it back for Wilson. Just 20 seconds left on the hooking penalty. And now Wilson dispossessed. Brought back in. And taken to the ice. Play will continue though. Up the middle. Squirts through and Piedmont in control. They're going to sweep it back into neutral ice. That will finish off the power play as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 2-0 York. They're now 0 for 1 on the power play. It was a great chance to really take a commanding lead in this game early. Not yet 5 minutes in. It was 2-0 just 31 seconds into the contest. And we're starting to see, and we saw it a little bit throughout this tournament, sometimes a timely penalty kill can turn the tables. That's what Piedmont will look to do here. Swept back behind the net. York pitches it up the boards. Staples at the point for Piedmont, holds the line for the moment. Cleared out into neutral ice. That's Avery Ryder. Ryder knocks it down. Sent back up the boards, a couple of Piedmont Predators there. And all the way back into the York end. Up the board, sent to the middle, and it'll be poked out into neutral ice. Staples there once more. She'll send it to the near side for Duchik, and Duchik gets it deep. Devils, though, there to turn it right back. Up the middle, and Ryder couldn't get control. It's kicked back to the York blue line into center ice. Ryder gets another stick to it. Staples now for Piedmont. D to D along her own blue line. Centering pass off a skate, and the Devils back in control. Bank pass up for Ryder in the neutral zone. She'll carry it forward slowly. Gains the red line, sends it deep. She'll head off for a change. Piedmont retreats for the puck. Sent to the middle. And working through traffic on that one was Wen, and she gets shut down. Fontaine now looking to move it out of the zone. She does, but she can't control. And now it's Evelyn Finch. Finch circling at her own blue line. Sends it around off a Predator stick, so no icing. It'll be chased down by Dunn. Backhanded out in front. Shot on goal, and a nice save there from DeVore, who just got enough of it with the toe to keep it out. York trying to reestablish themselves in the offensive zone. They controlled play for the first 3 to 5 minutes, but it's slowly turning towards the Preds right now. York gets it behind the Piedmont net. Sophie Muller tracks it down, sends it up the near wall. Now Norley will sweep it out. This one's going to skitter all the way down the ice, and we'll get an icing call on the Predators. 2-0 York. 8:37 to go in this first period. But again, as I mentioned, ever since that penalty kill a few minutes ago, it has been Piedmont starting to pick up the tempo. They've been able to force the puck deep and at least make it difficult for York to get out. York really hadn't had to retreat into their own defensive zone for the majority of this period so far. Over along the far wall, it's Muller for Piedmont. She'll bank it back behind the net. Swept along by Rachel Megan and up the wall. Kochis holds the blue line for York. Bertonetti tries to throw it on goal. It hits traffic and gets stalled out in the middle of the zone. Megan back up the wall. Bank pass. All the way down. And York clears it. Held in at the blue line by Megan. In front, looking for Busey. And they couldn't connect. Here goes Bertonetti up the far wing. Busey all over her. Forces her behind the net. Bertonetti backhander deflects out in front. Nobody there for the Devils to put it home. but they'll hold the zone. Again, it's Bertinetti in the corner. Backhand pass to the middle, that's shut down. And now Boosie will poke it around a defender and take it out. A 2-on-2 if they move quickly. Boosie dumps it deep. Piedmont needs a change, so they'll head off. Regrouping, York back behind their own net. Front up the far wall. Can't get in out though. Near side shot, stopped and covered. A nice job there by the netminder, Brianna Cesavis, who has seen her first shot now. But to go, half a period, as we are down to 7 minutes and 23 seconds left in this first period. Oh, no, pardon me, it's Snike home. I thought she made the save and covered. So Piedmont gets on the board. My apologies, the rebound knocked home, and so it is a 2-1 hockey game now. We mentioned Piedmont starting to tilt the momentum, and that goal could be big. Now if you're the Predators, you want to throw everything on net, because I think Cesavis is going to be wondering, or at least a little bit shaky, after watching the first shot go through. Shot off a skate in front, held onto by DeVore. We'll get a face-off here in the Piedmont end. In this game, trending a bit like a lot of the games we've seen here on the Red Rink on PackTV. There seems to be one team that does a really good job holding their offensive blue line, maintaining offensive zone pressure, and it becomes about a volume of shots and then eventually finding the back of the net. And then on the other side, it's about opportunism and taking advantage of the few opportunities you get, and that's what Piedmont did there just a few moments ago. Clark trying to carry it out of the zone, has it tipped off her stick and up into the bench. So the face-off will stay in the Piedmont end. Or no, actually they'll say it was last off of a Devil stick, so it comes out. Finch to take the draw up against Evie Sticker. Sticker wins it to the near wall, but it'll be slapped deep by Hibbert for York. Devils looking to set up a forecheck. Muller behind the cage. She's disrupted, takes a tumble in the far corner. Sent across the net, and it's off the pad of DeVore and trickles along the goal line, but not in. Now a chance to move forward for the Predators. Down the far wing, Clark slap shot, fanned on, and it'll trickle behind the net. Pressure there by the Predators, though, into the far corner. Chased down by York at the defense. It'll be sent to the middle. Ill-advised pass, opportunity in close. One try, two tries, they score. It's Sticker, making it a 2-2 hockey game. And Piedmont coming charging back here in the second half of this first period. And give the Preds a lot of credit here to go down 2-0 in just 30 seconds of play. And then to bounce back the way they have, not easy to do. We'll see how that dictates the play, or how that changes the dictation of play for the remaining 6 minutes of this period. York again back on the attack. They'll scrum in the far corner. We've got an arm up and another penalty coming to the Piedmont Predators. And I believe it'll be another hook. And it goes against Staples, Sydney Staples, the defenseman, heading to the box. And it will be a hooking call. So the Predators going to have a crucial kill coming up here after tying it less than a minute ago. They've got a 2-minute hooking penalty to melt out. York will set up Wilson to the far boards. Not received cleanly. Muller's clear fails. Gets back to it, slaps it up the wall, held in at the blue line by Wilson. Bertinetti deflects it to the far wall, but it's stolen away, and the Predators can race out with it. Dump and chase. Here they go. 5.5 to go in the period, about 30 seconds into the power play for York. Tracked down in the far corner. Muller pinching for Piedmont, holds the zone momentarily. Gets some help, and it'll be kept in by the Predators. Slap deep. York back in control. Once more, it's Wilson. Around a couple of defenders, but it's Boosie shutting her down at the red line and sweeping it across to the far side. It'll be picked up there by Kacic. She'll advance it. Nice job by Muller to shut it down, and Boosie clears one more time. Halfway through the power play for the York Devils. It's a 2-minute sentence to Sydney Staples for hooking. But Piedmont, a very effective kill so far. York getting a change. Boosie gets to the loose puck and clears it back in for Piedmont. To waste some more time, she'll head off for a change. Along the far wall, it's done. Looking to the middle, finds an open Hibbert who has trouble receiving the pass. Loses control on the blue line, and Piedmont a chance to clear, and they do. York at risk here of going 0 for 2 early on the power play on a couple of ones that you might look back on and see as crucial. We'll see what they can do here. 15 seconds left on the advantage as Dunn backhands it behind the Piedmont goal. Predators first to it. Banked up the near wall by Rachel Megan, but not out. They'll scrum in the corner. Swept back behind the net as we head to the final seconds of the power play. And it has come to an end, so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey once again. And Piedmont maybe a chance here. There goes Rachel Clark with speed, trying to make it 3 in a row for Piedmont. And a beautiful split save from Sesavis. It'll be cleared up the wall. Stricker along the wall holds the zone. Pinned up along the Devil board. Stricker scored the last goal to tie the game up. Forces it in, swatted right back out. Now Muller gains the red line, sends it in, hits a body loose, high in the zone. Stricker gets a stick to it, but can't control. And it's swept back out once more by York. Slowly but surely, we're seeing the momentum continue to tilt towards Piedmont. Nice little tip pass from Stricker to Norley. Norley's shot wide on the far side. Collected by Clark. She'll spin a pass around behind the net. Devils first to it though. Cleared to the middle of the ice. Off the stick of Alina Yates, and back in comes Clark. She's taken down, and it looks like Piedmont's going to get their first power play of the game. As the Devils touch up, it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Piedmont Predators. We'll get a tripping call. The guilty party is Lily Euler. And a chance here for Piedmont to take their first lead of the game. Face-off one backwards by the Predators. Staples banks it off the wall and down into the corner. Sent right back to her by Kacic and cleared all the way down by the penalty kill. Retreating for it, Sylvie Fontaine. She'll go D to D with Staples, who picks up speed. Streaking down the far side, cuts to the net and throws it wide. It'll ring around the boards. And back to Ducic. Ducic holds the zone. Looking down low. Can't connect with a teammate. Now Staples up top. Banked off the boards one more time. Kacic there to receive it and clear it down for the Devils. 2 minutes to go in the first period. We're tied up at 2. After York took an early 2-0 lead in the first 30 seconds of the game. But a nice job by Piedmont to remain calm and slowly turn things around. We're halfway through the penalty now. Again, it was a tripping call on Lily Euler to give Piedmont their first power play of the game. Fontaine, wrist shot, hit a body in front, deflected shot, blockered away though by Sesavis, and it'll be cleared out by the Devils. Bertinetti electing to carry it into the zone. Looking to the middle. No shot available. They'll carry it behind the net. And now we're going to get another penalty. And by the signal, it's going to be an elbowing call. Against Piedmont. So we're looking at 4-on-4 hockey for about 37 seconds here. And then it'll be a power play for the Devils for a little over a minute. Smacked around the boards. Wilson can't get to it to save the zone, so she'll have to retreat to her own blue line. A little bit of pressure there from the Predators. And an errant pass stolen away by Muller. She'll move through the middle. Bertinetti disrupts. And a smart play by Muller to send it deep. Devils getting ready to go on the advantage here. Collected by Hibbert in neutral ice. She takes a tumble as she feels some contact. Stricker forces her way down the near wing as we're back to a power play for the York Devils. They'll clear it up the far wall. That might be icing as it's sent all the way down, and it will be. So the Devils going to have to work with a defensive zone face-off here. And they'll spend the last 32 seconds of this period on the power play, and they'll get about another 40 or 45 at the start of period number 2. Face-off to the far side of Sesavis. York will control. Dunn forcing her way up and out of the zone on the far side. Loses control momentarily. Wilson picks it up for the Devils. Skates it cross ice and down the near wing. 20 seconds to go in the period. Shot blockered away. Rebound, they score! That was a rip from Hibbert in the far circle. And you can't blame DeVore on that one. Had to make a bad angle save on the first attempt and then had to go post to post and try and stop a pretty hard shot from Hibbert, who puts the Devils back on top 3-2. And with that, York is now 1 for 3 on the power play. And we'll resume play. 10 seconds to go in the period. York gets it deep. Back behind the net, sent out in front, denied nicely by Staples. She'll shovel it up the boards, and that will wind out the remainder of the period. As we come to the end of the first 15 minutes, it was an early start for the Devils. The Predators tied it back up at 2, and a late goal off the stick of Hibbert has the Devils leading after one period. We'll be right back here on PackTV. Both teams headed back out onto the ice to start period number 2. It is a 3-2 lead for the York Devils. A beautiful shot in the final minute off the stick of Berkeley Hibbert to score on the power play for York and make it a 3-2 hockey game. The Devils in black will be moving right to left here in period number 2. In the white and blue, the Piedmont Predators moving left to right. This is the period of the long change. We'll see if that has any kind of impact on these two teams as they pinball it around in the neutral zone. York trying to move it forward. Knocked to the near wall. It'll be picked up there and moved along by Allie Cole. She's dispossessed. Dropping back for it. At the defense, York will clear it in. Pertinetti with a steal. Chance in tight, throws it across the middle. And there's a York player down in the crease as there was a collision over there going after it on the 2-on-1. Puck stuck on the side of the net. And now we're going to get a whistle as the net is dislodged. That was Allie Cole in there, and she was the one who took a bit of a hit there on the 2-on-1. And she and Muller falling into the back of that net will get a stoppage here. Just 46 seconds gone here in the second period. York with an offensive zone faceoff, and the Devils, you got to think, would be the team, just based on looking at the first period, who would benefit from the long change here in the second period. They've had a lot of zone time, which will make it even more difficult for Piedmont to get the change on the opposite end of the rink. And of course, they've got their bench right on top of the offensive zone, so if they need to make changes, it's that much easier. Stricker trying to force it out of the zone. Held strong by McClurg initially, but the Preds get it out to neutral ice. Stricker again fighting for it. She'll come away with it at center ice. Looks to clear it in. That one's kicked away to the near side. Off the leg of Alina Yates. We dump back in. Lily Euler clears it up the wall. Stricker does a nice job of holding the line. Now Fontaine up top for the Preds. Throws it towards the net. Tipped off the stick of Clark, but not on goal. Rachel Clark tracks it down. Backhand pass behind the net will be swept up the boards by the York defense. Fontaine keeps the zone. Back behind for Clark. Turnaround pass. Looking in front. Couldn't connect with Norley. And it's cleared out to the point. Another wrist shot. Heads wide. And Piedmont really setting up the forecheck. And this is what we were talking about with the long change. It's going to be really hard here for York to change. As Stricker's dragged down, they'll play on behind the net. It's stuck under Stricker. And now we'll get a whistle and a stoppage. 12:56 to go here in period number 2. At the moment, shots favoring York. They're out shooting the Predators 14-5. But that could also be somewhat of a troublesome number to look at as well when you look at it in conjunction with the score. Just 5 shots on goal for Piedmont, but they put 2 of them in the back of the net. And I'm not exactly sure why, but they'll bring this face-off outside of the York zone. Face-off right on top of the Devil blue line. Stuck in traffic. Devils eventually come away with it as Kocic sends it up the boards. And it will roll all the way down the ice for an icing. And so Piedmont going to get the offensive zone face-off anyhow. Rogerson to take the draw up against Finch on the York side. And Finch wins it for the Devils. And they'll look to advance it out. Wilson looking to the middle. That pass deflected, hits the helmet of Busey. And deflects to the middle of the ice. York coming away with it, though, and they'll knock it deep. Behind the net, Megan. Looking forward and couldn't connect with Rogerson. This one will skitter all the way down the ice. And we'll have another icing call. And the Predators down on their bench having a good laugh about that. I think Busey's ear might be ringing a little bit. That hit that side where you have a little bit less protection. Of course, there's an ear cover there, but that can rattle you a little bit if you're not ready for that. Face off to the blocker side of DeVore. It'll be Piedmont winning it back into the corner. Swept up the boards by Fontaine. And eventually out of the zone. Now here comes Thomas. Touches it past the defender, skating in, but she sends it right in on Cesavis. And we'll have a face-off. Ashley Walden to take the draw. And it's forced by the Predators into the near corner. Walden after it. She has it behind the net, circling out in front. Looks for the pass. Now she's got a chance to shoot, sticked away by Cesavis. And here go the Devils. If they move quickly, could be a 3-on-2. But the Predators get back. Behind the net, it'll be swung up the boards for Wan. She'll leave it for Walden. Long touch off her stick. Kocic reverses it back for the Devils. They'll battle along the near wall for it, right at center ice. Walden gains the red line, sends it in, and the Predators will get a change. Wan after it. It'll be banked up the wall by Wilson for the Devils, but not out. Nice hold by Staples, and a wrist shot right into the Devils logo on the chest of Cesavis. We'll get another face-off here in the Devil end. Well, this game so far has kind of been a tale of 2 periods. It was York really carrying the play, as we mentioned, after 15 minutes. In fact, they outshot Piedmont 13-5 in period number 1. And right now they're being outshot 3-1 in the first about 4 minutes of this period. And Piedmont really doing what York did in the first. They're controlling, playing the offensive end, and getting the chances. Along the near wall. Nice pinch there from Muller to hold the zone. She'll bank it back behind the boards. We've got a hand up and a penalty on the Predators. And this is one thing that might come back to bite Piedmont. This will be their 4th penalty of the day. This one goes against Rachel Clark for a high stick, and it'll be another 2-minute power play for York. Rogerson on the draw for Piedmont. And she'll fall down on the puck and kill some time as she bats it behind the net. And now the Devils try to move it out with speed. Banked up the wall by Orler. Sapped right back by Muller and deep to kill more time. Boosie into pressure for the Predators. It'll be sent up the wall by the York Devils. Euler to the red line. Muller trying to clear it deep, but it's off the body of Yates and deflects to the middle of the ice where it can be slapped in. The Devils head in on the attack. Muller furthers it around the wall. Held in at the blue line by Euler. Now Newcomer sends it in on goal. It'll be sticked away by DeVore to the far corner. Therefore, it is Rachel Megan. She'll clear it out, and a slow trickler slides down into the York end. Slapped up the far wall. Held in, though, by the Predators. Rogerson turning in the far corner. Killing time. She'll drop it back to Megan at the far point. So up towards the goal. Deflected just wide by Rogerson. And around the net, where it can be backhanded up to the blue line. Held in, though, by Staples. And now Rogerson behind the net. Looking for the wraparound. That's denied by the defense. Up the wall, Hibbard, who scored the go-ahead goal late in the first period. She'll carry it up the far right wing, and they're offsides as the puck got caught up in some skates. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off. 40 seconds left on the power play for the Devils. Again, it was a 2-minute hooking penalty on Rachel Clark. The Devils win the draw. At the red line, Wilson will send it around the wall. Banked up the boards by the Piedmont penalty kill, but not quite out of the zone. Hibbard pitches it back in behind the net. Slapped right back up the wall by Sydney Staples. Hibbard drags around Staples. Backhand shot. I'm not sure if that hit the mask of DeVore or the post, but it was a nifty little chance for Hibbard. And now Piedmont clears it up. Not out, though. Conscious at the near blue line. Steps into a shot. Tipped in front, just wide off the stick of Finch. It was a good effort by the Devils as the power play comes to an end. And we're back to even strength once more. Devils now 1 for 4 on the power play. As that slap shot caught the pipe. All right, pardon me. I'm not sure if the shot caught the pipe or if it was just a tink from DeVore hitting the post. And so they'll make some adjustments, toss a little water down under the pipes to try and keep them steady. And it'll be a face-off to the left of Piedmont's Rebecca DeVore. 8:52 to go in the second period. Still a 3-2 lead for the York Devils. They'll have an offensive zone face-off. And they win it. Bertinetti back to the point. Wilson, one-timer, tipped off a stick, but wide once again. Devils doing a great job when they do get possession in the offensive end of getting the puck back to the point, getting traffic in front of the net, and making it hard for DeVore to see the puck. And even sometimes when she's seeing it, it's getting deflected, and the redirections are awfully difficult to handle. Norley up the far wall. Held in, though, by Wilson for York. Stricker taken down. Play will continue as Piedmont still in control. Deflected to the middle. Norley sends it further. Devils come back in control. Wilson chips it up the ice. Nice job by Megan to shut down that stretch pass intended for Cole. And they'll fight for it in neutral ice. Rogerson weaving through the neutral zone for Piedmont. Loses possession at the blue line. Wilson chips it back up and out. This one will roll down the ice. No icing on this one as the Devils go off for a change. Muller looking to stretch it out for Busey. Hits the stick of Wilson. And now Busey to it. She'll sweep it behind the net for the Predators. Picked up, though, by the York Devils. Here goes Kacic. She's got speed. Across the red line, sends it in, and she'll chase it down. She's going to be the first one to it, too. Rogerson there on her. Centering pass, doesn't get out in front. Now Rogerson taking it around behind. There's a hit from behind. And we're going to have another penalty coming up, this one to York. I'll be interested to see. This one might be a 10-minute. It was a hit from behind. But it looks like it'll go down just as a roughing penalty on Lily Newcomer. We did see a 10-minute, a 2 and a 10 for a high hit last night in the Carolina Junior Hurricanes premier game against the Nashville Junior Predators. But Piedmont back on the power play. This will be their second time up on the 5-on-4. And it was shortened by a penalty back in the first period. So we'll see if they can do something with a full 2 minutes here. Preds will send it deep. York the first to it. It'll be swept around to Hibbert on the far corner. A little bit of pressure there from Ashley Walden. Forced back behind the York cage. Just 30 seconds gone on the power play so far. Hibbert pitchforks it up the boards, but a nice job holding the far wall by Sydney Staples. 2-on-2 scrum. York finds the loose puck, and it's Finch to clear it all the way down. 6.5 to go in the period. An important power play here for Piedmont. Not a must score, still plenty of time, down just one. But you'd really love to tie it up here on the power play. We're halfway through it, by the way, as Piedmont advances once more. Clark and Walden can't connect. After it's swept back in by York, it'll be Piedmont looking to clear it out. Held in along the wall and sent right back deep. First one to it, Staples. She'll circle behind the net. Cuts past one. Devil, and now she's got speed. Past another, right through the middle. Here goes Staples, down the near side. Has it knocked off her stick by Euler. Backhanded to the middle, but it's sent right back into the corner where Euler can collect. And she sends it all the way down behind the Piedmont net. DeVore will set it on a tee for Stricker. Stricker loses an edge. But they'll continue to move forward. Norley trying to poke it past Euler, who does a nice job keeping it in front of her. And she'll clear it down. That should finish off the Predator power play, as the Devils back to full strength. 5:15 to go in the period. We did see, or we have not seen, I should say, a goal here this period. A couple of chances on both sides, both teams with a power play as well. But still a 3-2 hockey game as it was after 15 minutes. Staples the first to it behind her net in the Piedmont end. She rings it around the boards for Busey, sent to the middle for Stricker. Stricker knocked off the puck at the blue line, and the Devils will keep it in the zone. And now we have a penalty coming up on York. It was an inadvertent trip, it looked like. And we'll get a whistle. It's Yates headed off. Felina Yates got her stick tangled up in the skates of a Predator, and Piedmont right back to the 5-on-4. And special teams might be the story of this game. Right now, York, I believe, 1 for 5 on the power play. Piedmont 0 for 2. This will be their third opportunity, though. Muller backhanded around the boards. It'll be collected on the half wall by Kaylee Duchik, sent to the middle for Rogerson. And she has it stolen away, and Wilson sends it deep for York. Muller again behind her own net. Looking over for Duchik. Duchik tried to get it deep, but Wilson there to collect it and send it right back out. These two teams ping-ponging it a little bit here late in the second. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday here on PackTV. We'll mention it again here as the game starts to wear on. A lot of games for these teams. For both of these should be their 4th and final round robin contest here. But 4 games in 2.5 days, that's tough. You start to wear out. One-timer in on goal and a beautiful glove save from Sesavis. 1:02 to go on the advantage for Piedmont as Boosie had a point-blank opportunity. And now another offensive zone face-off. Walden to take it up against Finch. He wins it backwards for York. Bertonetti in control in the near corner, looking to clear. It's in the skates of Fontaine and stays in the zone. Fontaine throws it at the net. Wilson gets a stick to it and pokes it wide. Speaking of Wilson, she'll lift it up and around the boards. Pitchforked out by Hibbard, but Staples holds the zone. Staples throws it in on goal. And we've got another glove save from Sesavis. She'll hold on. And we have another face-off. 41 seconds left on the power play. 3:15 left here in the second period. Piedmont trailing, but again, up a skater right now. Bouncing puck in on goal. Handled by Sesavis. She couldn't get a glove on top of it, though. And play will continue. A little bit sketchy there for the Devils. Wrist shot wide off the stick of Walden. Around to the near corner. Slapper clears the zone for Bertonetti and the Devils. Skitters all the way down. DeVore steers it to the far corner. Staples there to pick it up. Bank pass off the far wall. Misses all of her teammates. Clearance blocked down initially by Walden. But Wilson will send it back out for the Devils. And that should finish off the power play for Piedmont. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey again. Staples with speed through the middle. She'll be tripped up. And here comes another power play for Piedmont. Oh, and York just can't seem to stay out of the penalty box right now. This will be a tripping penalty against Ellie Cole. So 2 more minutes on the power play. Right now, Piedmont 0 for 3 on the man advantage. We'll see what they do here. Megan collects the face-off win for Piedmont. Try to steer it towards the net. It gets caught up in traffic, and it'll be Conchish sending it deep. Now Megan up the half wall. Backhand pass up to her teammate Rachel Clark, who can't advance it much further. Back to Megan in her own zone. Rachel Megan forward. Looking for Norley, but it's Wilson who finds it. And Stricker, good timing into the zone, almost offsides, but they'll rule it good and play continues. 1:25 to go on the power play, 1:47 left in the period. And Piedmont will reset from behind their own cage once more. Megan, slap pass to the near side for Muller. She'll carry it down the near wing. Some pressure there from Conchish. Down goes Muller, lost in edge. Play will resume as Conchish slides it down the ice. Halfway through the power play now for Piedmont. Staples collects. And she's been good bringing it up the ice with speed, but she's been shut down at the blue line a couple times. She crosses the blue line this time. Swings it in on goal, and Sesavis will hold on for the faceoff. Tie up off the draw. One eventually by Piedmont. Slap shot in on goal. Juicy rebound off the pads of Sesavis. It'll be stick to the corner. Slapper up the wall by Conchish, not out. Sent towards the net, but that'll be sent back to the blue line. Staples looking to put it into the near corner. Conchish denies that, and the Devils clear it out. That'll bring us down towards the end of this power play for the Predators. They might have one last rush with 12 seconds to go on the power play. We're down to 35 seconds left in the period. Rogerson looks to the middle. She's got Boosie. Boosie stalled out at the red line. Rogerson there to help out. She'll send it deep as the penalty expires, and we're back to even strength. 19 seconds left in the period. Fontaine sends it up the middle. Wilson there at her own blue line for York. Finds it. Hibbard off a deflected pass. Backhand, they score. What a goal from Hibbard. fighting through some contact. She puts it home through the legs of DeVore. Looking a little bit like Marty St. Louis there with the backhand move on what we'll call a semi-breakaway there. But that is a big goal for the Devils to get here late in the second period. I had mentioned earlier we hadn't seen a goal all period. Piedmont had certainly carried the play. And again, in the final 10 seconds, guess who? Hibbert, 2 goals, each of them in the final seconds of a period. And speaking of the final seconds, they run off the clock now. We've got 15 minutes left in this one. Another late goal from the Devils. Berkeley Hibbert has given the Devils a 4-2 lead. We'll be back with the final 15 minutes right after this. "15 minutes left in this one between the Piedmont Predators and the York Devils. The Devils in the black unis leading 4-2 after 2 periods, and the last couple of goals in this game have each come off the stick of Berkeley Hibbert, who's on the ice right now for the Devils. You can see her there talking at center ice with her centerman in Finch. But both of those goals as well coming in the final about 15 seconds of the period. Made it 3-2 at the end of period number 1, as we've got an early penalty here in the third, as Hibbert draws what I believe will be an interference or a holding penalty here. And Megan, a little bit surprised that it'll be her headed to the box, but it is. So another power play for the Devils, a chance to really get a stranglehold on this hockey game early in the third period. They are 1 for 4 on the power play so far. And a chance here with one of the better defenders on the bench, or in the box, I should say, for the Predators. They'll clear right off the faceoff, though. Euler back to collect from Cesavis. Banked up the far wall, looking for a teammate in Dunn. They can't connect, and Piedmont sends it right back in. But that penalty coming here in the first 10 seconds of the period. And for about the last 5 or 6 minutes of period number 2, it was Piedmont on the power play. Slap shot wide from Dunn in transition. And Bertnetti pinching to hold the near blue line. Sends it in on goal. DeVore gets a pad to it and steers it to the near corner. Staples now in possession for the Predators, looking to lift it up and out. It'll be blocked down up high in the zone and slapped down to Dunn in the far corner. Looking in front for Bertnetti. Deflects it towards the net, but not on goal. Looks to center with a backhand pass. That's shut down. Bertnetti still with it. Slapper from the near circle. Blocked in front. McClurg holds the near blue line once more. And as we're a little over halfway through the power play, Piedmont Well, finally clear. That's the first extended possession in the offensive end on that man advantage for the Devils. Bertonetti tips it up ice. Muller there to slap it right back for Piedmont. Time waning on the power play. Neither team has had a lot of success in the 5-on-4 situations. In fact, a lot of times it's been controlled and the play has kind of been dictated by the shorthanded team. Bertonetti looking to break out. She'll shovel it up the middle. Right there to meet it. Fontaine sends it back in. Down to 10 seconds on the power play, and not sure what Sesavis was thinking there, but decided to cover up, even though there really weren't too many Predators around. So a face-off here in the Devil end with 13 minutes to go in this hockey game. A 4-2 lead for the Devils. This is a big kill for Piedmont to keep themselves within striking distance of York in this third period. They'll send it deep, and that should finish off the power play as we're back to five-a-side hockey. Megan back on the ice. Thomas will take her place immediately. Pitchforked in as York looks to get in on the forecheck. Shots have really evened out after the first period. There's a 13-5 advantage for York. We're looking at 16 shots apiece right now between the two teams. And now Piedmont will move out. Walden up the ice for Thomas. That pass broken up, and it'll be knocked back in by the Devils. It's Avery Ryder giving chase. Shoveled up the wall by Staples, and Piedmont able to break out. Walden stretching out, couldn't get to that puck. Now it's Bertonetti for York, who slaps it off the wall. Fontaine there to answer for Piedmont. Gets it out, but not very far, and York back in possession. Wilson looking for Finch. Finch turns with it. Stepping into the near circle, looks for the drop pass, has Hibbard there, but it's broken up nicely by Thomas. Lifted out to the blue line, held in though by Wilson, and the Devils back on the attack. Finch behind the net. Tangled up a bit with a teammate in Hibbard, who will be pinned up against the wall in the near corner. That's Walden, who banks it out of the zone. And again, Bertonetti moving forward. She's got speed this time. Down the far right wing, looks to the middle, it's stolen away. And here go the Predators. They've got a 2-on-1 if they move in quickly. It's Norley in shot. Glove save made by Sesavis as she came in with Rachel Clark. And a very important stop there from Sesavis, not just to stop it, but to hold on to the rebound, because Clark was charging in from that far side, ready to clean up the garbage. 11:19 left in this third period. It was a late second period goal for York, the only one of the period. And a quick stoppage. Looks like the butt end of a player's stick came out. Just the little rubber stopper. Looks like it was a Devil, so we'll play on again. Far side or near side Stricker looking to the middle for Clark. Back to Stricker. Through her legs. Megan will send it deep. Clark in on the forecheck on Bertonetti. Bertonetti up the boards for York. Held in by Muller. Out in front. Stricker tried to get a stick to it, but Wilson denies that. And Bertonetti sends it up the wall once more. York gets it out as it's deflected along. Megan with Bertonetti on her. Banks it up the wall for Stricker. Rink wide for Norley, who takes it off the wall and sends it deep. Didn't gain the red line. That's icing. 10:36 to play. It'll be an offensive zone faceoff for the York Devils as they send out Yates, Ryder, and Newcomer on the offensive side. McClurg and Euler, the defensive pairing for the Devils. And the Predators win the draw, advance it out to the blue line. Held in, though, by McClurg. Yates trying to work it down the near wall. Backhand pass to Ryder. In the skates of Norley looking to clear. But can't get it out. Shot deflected high and wide. York still in possession. Through the slot, Busey first to it, but Euler able to take it away. She'll swing a pass into the middle. And Piedmont can clear it all the way out. There was a changing Devil who tried to get a stick on it. That was Newcomer. And so no icing. Maybe a chance here for the forecheck of Piedmont to go to work. And they do come away with it. Staples tried to backhand it back into the zone, but it's right into the body of Hibbard. And she'll force it out of the zone. Turned back by Piedmont at the Devil blue line. York comes back into possession. Finch weaves around a couple of Predators. In down the near right wing. Looking for a shot, throws it off the side of the net. And it will skitter around to the far side where Piedmont can carry it out. But there to shut that down is Hibbard at the blue line. Fontaine now in control for the Preds. Advancing it up that far side, they'll chip it in and go chase. It's Wham, first to it. Lofts one in on goal, and reaching up with the glove is Sisavis to hold on. And we'll get another face-off. 9:15 to go in the game, and that's something we'll have to keep an eye on now. As you're under 10 minutes, Piedmont still needs a couple of goals. In order to tie this one up. And the Predators have played a couple of really close games in this one. Up against the Little Flyers yesterday, lost in a shootout. As the shot from the point from Muller is blocked by Hibbard, and Muller pestering Hibbard all the way down the ice. A nice job of not letting her break free. And in on a breakaway, so now the Predators reset behind their own net. Megan up the wall. Banked along for Thomas, who furthers it along, but the Devils send it right back in. We have a hand up and another penalty coming. This is going to be a hooking call. And it looks like the Predators back down a skater. This time it'll be Walden headed off. Well, these are crucial penalties for Piedmont, because it to some extent shrinks your time to come back by 2 minutes, because you got to kill it off. You can get some shorthanded chances. We've seen some shorthanded goals this weekend. But it's certainly, I don't think anyone would disagree when you say that it's much harder to play when you're down a skater than when you're playing even strength. Cleared down by the Predators. They'll put some pressure on. It's Clark. Actually comes away with possession, stumbling to the ice. Can't hold on to it, but it's only cleared out to the red line. Muller sends it back in. Up the near wall comes Wilson. Wilson looks to the middle. Muller there to shut it down for Piedmont. Backhanded up the near side. And the Devils have to retreat once again. Bertinetti in there, along with Cole for the Devils up against Stricker and Staples, as well as Nordley in there to help out a little bit as well. And it looks like we've got another penalty coming up. This one will be a hooking call on York. And we'll play 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 8 seconds. So it is a hooking penalty, it looks like, on number 19, Allie Cole. And as I mentioned, 4-on-4 hockey for a little over 1 minute here, and then an abbreviated power play for Piedmont. But this could open things up a bit. Hard shot from Hibbard. DeVore got a piece of it, didn't know where it was for a moment. It was behind her net. And Hibbard, working hard, takes the puck away. Looks cross-ice, beautiful find of Kacic. Shot deflected just wide of the glove of DeVore and wide of the near post. Hibbard again in the near corner. Back to Wilson. They'll play catch on the near wall. Hibbard once more. Again, it's Wilson. Chance to shoot. Padded away by DeVore and stick to the corner. Now Stricker looking to reverse direction for Piedmont. Back behind the net, she's got Staples. Up for Busey. 20 seconds left on the penalty to Walden of Piedmont. When she comes back, it'll be just under 1 minute of power play time for the Predators. Up the far wall. Busey looks rink wide. Finds a teammate in Sydney Staples, who goes down at the blue line. And time will expire on the penalty to Walden. And a short power play here for Piedmont. Along the far wall, they'll fight for it. Fontaine finds the loose puck. Beautiful vision. She finds an open teammate in Clark on the near side. Wrist shot in, off the stick of Sisavis, right back to Clark. She'll hold it on the near hashes. Drop back to Megan at the point. 30 seconds left on the power play. Deflected puck trickles in towards the net. Picking it up, Clark spinning around the pass. Makes its way back to the blue line. On the middle of the zone, wristed in on goal. It's under the pads of Sesavis, and she'll hold on for a face-off. Well, Piedmont has really turned things on. The difference right now in this game is the first 30 seconds. York came out on top of their game. Piedmont not quite ready to get things started early. They fell behind 2-0 30 seconds in. Since then, these two teams have played on the scoreboard. They played even 2-2. But when you look statistically, shots heavily favoring, since the second period at least, heavily favoring Piedmont. Wrist shot through traffic. How did Sesavis see that one? It wasn't on goal, but she reached across her body with a glove and somehow tracked that puck in, and she'll hold on for another faceoff. Just 9 seconds left on the advantage for the Piedmont Predators. And they'll win the offensive zone faceoff. Muller slaps one towards the net. Penalty ends, a chance here to move it out for York. Sent all the way down. This one will be icing, as it was cleared out after the penalty had expired. And we'll have an offensive zone faceoff with 5:45 to play for Piedmont. We'll keep an eye on DeVore in the Piedmont net over the next 3 or so minutes. I would imagine down to somewhere around the 2-minute mark probably, is where we will see DeVore head to the bench. All depends on how aggressive this Piedmont coaching staff elects to be, and if Piedmont can put one in the net. Just about did there. Stricker looking to send it back out into traffic in front. Can't do so as it's pinned along the boards behind the net. Still loose. Stricker gets a skate to it. Forces it around to the far side. Thrown towards the net by Fontaine. That hits a body. Stricker in the net far corner. Sends it out into the slot. Deflected along. Here's Norley. Shot. Tipped up in the air. Still loose. And cleared back to the far point. Fontaine holds the zone once more. Swings it towards the net. Gets stuck in traffic. And now it's Allie Cole clearing it out. Back at her own blue line, Staples moves it forward through the middle. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Stricker in. Long wrist shot in on goal, right into the glove of Sesavis, and she'll hold on for another face-off. 5 minutes even left in this third period. And Piedmont continues to control play, as they have really for the second and the third period so far. Couple of stretches for York where they've been able to mount an attack, but it's been a lot about Sesavis and defensively York in front of their own net, not giving many second chances. Puck lifted in, a bouncing puck will wave off icing as Muller gets to it in the far corner. Sweeps it around behind the net for Megan, double teamed by a couple of Devils, but forces it up the wall anyhow, and Rogerson will haul it out. Lugging it into the offensive zone. Rogerson to the middle. Wrist shot from Boosie, misses wide. Overplayed a little bit there by Sesavis, but she gets away with it. Now the Devils on the near wall. Wilson up for Bertinetti. Deflected to Dunn. Back into the middle looking for Bertinetti. They can't connect, and Piedmont. Chance to advance. Nice aggressive play at the blue line, though, as Alina Yates came in to hold the zone momentarily. Some rough play along the far wall, but we'll continue. Wilson looking to the middle, stolen away by Rogerson. She'll circle it back. Gets it deep, a collision with a couple of Devils. And they all go tumbling to the ice. We carry on again. Hibbert sauces a pass to the far side, taken off the wall by Fontaine for Piedmont, and they'll reverse it back. Wan trying to power down the far wall. Shut down by Conchis. Spun back up the boards for Yates. Can't get it out, though. Deflected to the middle. Wan throws it in on goal. Through some skates, it didn't get on goal. And Devils looking to clear the zone. Yates forces it out just across the red line. It'll be dumped deep by Avery Ryder. 3:20 to go in the game. Still a 2-goal lead for York. Looking for their first win of the showcase here. Moved out by Fontaine and the Predators. Look to mount the attack. Wan chips it past Conchis. She'll chase after it. Going to be the first to it behind the net. Circling with it. Spins it out in front. Nobody there to get a stick to it. Staples holds the zone. She'll throw it off the far wall, but nobody there for the Predators. And so the Devils can carry it out. It's Euler pitchforking it into the Piedmont zone. Back up for Thomas, and the Predators are out. Clark couldn't find it behind her. Devils reverse it. Bertinetti up the wall. Staples shuts that down. She finds Clark. Nice play by Euler, who steals it away. She'll gain the red line and lift it in. And again, we're going to keep an eye on DeVore in that Piedmont net. 2.5 minutes to go, and the Predators down 4-2. Pass lifted up the middle. Norley's going to be able to get to it. She's got Clark with her. Thrown in on goal and easily handled by Sisavis. And unfortunately for Norley, didn't get the rebound she was looking for there. Better play may have been to go to the middle, but it wasn't going to be an easy pass. She had a couple of Devils in the way. And so not a bad decision there to throw it on net. 2:17 to go. It'll still be 5-on-5. Of course, 5 skaters, I should say, with DeVore still occupying the Piedmont net. Megan can't hold the near blue line for the Predators. Hibbard comes away with possession. Looking rink wide for Dunn. It'll be taken off the wall by Finch for the Devils. York in a good position here. They get it deep behind the Predator net, and they can kill some clock. Less than 2 minutes to play. Loose puck squirts up the far wall. Busey clears it out for the Predators. And they'll look to chase it down. Slapped off the near wall. Preds get it right back. It's Megan. Looking for Duchik. And ends up deflecting right back to Megan. They'll fight down the near wall for it. But it's Hibbard who's able to float it out of the zone. 1:34 to go. DeVore still in her net. As Busey shut down at the blue line, and here comes Hibbard. Hibbard has had a knack for late goals in this game so far. Mentioned scoring 2 goals each in the final 15 seconds of a period. Not quite to that point yet. 1:15 to go in the game. Devils looking to melt out some clock in the offensive end. Centering pass deflects to the slot. Wrist shot right into the breadbasket of Rebecca DeVore. And she'll hold on for the faceoff. 1:10 remaining in the game. Piedmont wins the faceoff straight forward, and they've got speed moving out. Here goes Thomas. Can she get past the last defenseman? No, she can't. Conscious with a great back check, and she'll send it up to the blue line. Held in, though, by Fontaine. DeVore still in the net, so we're going to stay at 5 skaters aside. And Piedmont, I think, just going to remain 5-on-5, not looking to pull the goaltender. Kicked out of the zone by Conscious, but not much further. Fontaine reverses back. Sends it in. 35 seconds to play. Stricker at the blue line. She'll wrist one in on goal. Into the stick of Sesavis. Hands it off for Wilson. At the defense for the Devils. She'll slowly work it up the near wall. 25 seconds to play. Now Newcomer looking to the center. Picked off by Norley. Stumbling to the ice there, Wan, who got caught up in the skates of Ryder. And we'll continue with 12 seconds to go. York going to get it deep, and it looks like the Devils here on this Sunday evening going to pick up their first win of the showcase, down to 5 seconds to play. As York carries it deep, sent to the middle, and that will finish off the hockey game. Well, it took a little while for the Devils, but an early start with 2 goals in the first 30 seconds of the game end up being the difference maker as they take home a 4-2 win over the Piedmont Predators. Thanks for joining us here on PackTV. Now, if you're interested, make sure you stick around. We got another game coming up in the U14 division between the Carolina Junior Hurricanes Tier 1 team and the U14 Naperville Sabres. As the teams give each other a quick salute and head off the ice, we'll head off for a moment here as well. Again, the final count between the York Devils and the Piedmont Predators is York 4, Piedmont 2. You've been watching NGHL, the NGHL North Carolina Showcase on PackTV.